some 200 million Africans are between 15 and 24 years old. This young population is expected to more than double by 2050, when there will be 800 million Africans aged between 25 and 59. A concentration of land in the hands of a few individuals means a larger percentage of the population will be driven further into joblessness, poverty, and despair. In order to address this, experts at the World Bank warn that governments need to change their land and agricultural policy to favor small-scale farmers. They also want that African governments need to pay more attention to how land is distributed with regards to productivity and employment. Here in Nigeria, the government has been advised to carry out an extensive cost-benefit analysis, put up solid frameworks to guide every phase of the project that Dominion Firms is involved in, and provide an adequate and easy transition for residents by involving immediate inhabitants of the land and intimating the citizenry on processes and terms of engagement, fulfilling its covenants such as prompt and adequate payment of compensable values and monitoring operations of Dominion Firms. On issues of employment, food security, agricultural education, and knowledge transfer, the government is advised that all stakeholders must be duly informed of the size, plans, activities, investment, employment opportunities, and environmental approach. Transparency and accountability is vital to improving poor communication, dispel cultural and social misunderstanding, and by all means, minimize political investment.
The first thing is that the government should have a stable policy. If government is serious, if we have a stable policy, if the embargo is no longer lifted, if the embargo remains forever, automatically it will challenge farmers because they will be able to make enough profit. It will challenge farmers, both old and the younger generation, to come into farming. That's one. Another area is that they remove the drudgery to encourage the youth to come into farming. No youth. I was at the NTA one time. I said, will any of you, including myself, encourage my son to come and start using hoes and cutlasses? If we remove the use of hoes and cutlasses, the manual aspect of it, if we go mechanization, if mechanization is practiced, then we'll be able to meet the demand of the consumers. And like I said earlier on, the government must be ready to develop, to clear and develop land and distribute this to smaller farmers, thereby encouraging the youth will now come in. If the land is developed, everything, if it is mechanized, instead of looking for white-collar job, they will not do. They will come into farming. For instance, if you see my hand, this is not the hand of somebody holding hoes and cutlasses. If you see the hands of the local farmers, you will see the difference. Because I'm not using hoes and cutlasses. I'm going mechanized. So if government is able to clear a large expanse of land in each state, in each local government, probably in wards, and they give to farmers, the graduates that are roaming about the street, then with all other things being equal, we'll be able to meet the demand of the people. We'll be able to feed Nigeria and export also.
We are rebuilding from not just ground zero, from ground minus in a number of areas. You know, if you go to the Olympics to run in a race, and you're running 100 meters in Olympics against Usain Bolt, and you send your runner to the Olympic race with no shoes, how do you expect that person to win? No, we are rapidly changing that. I think agriculture sector deserves a lot more funding than it currently has right now. because of the sheer number of people we have in the sector. I mean, look at it. Agriculture accounts for 70%, of all employment, 44% of GDP. But if you look at how much money over time has been put into agriculture, it's very, very small. So we need to finance agriculture more because agriculture has the greatest power to actually create jobs and move people out of poverty. And I do believe that research institutes should be better funded. I think we need better trained staff and better rewarded staff to be able to do that. So, we are doing that already, and I think we need to do more of that.
Africa, and Nigeria especially, needs investment in agriculture, better seeds and inputs, improved extension services, education and conservation techniques, regional integration, and investment to build local capacity. What it does not need are policies that enable foreign investors to grow and export food for their own people to the detriment of the local population. And as Nigeria becomes the biggest economy in Africa, it is only right to expect that this growth will translate to better life for the citizen and, of course, greater opportunities for farmers in Nigeria. Well, that's our program for today, but if you miss any part of this edition, you can view it online at channelstv.com/Earthfile or youtube.com/channelswap. Do join us next time if you could, but if you'd like to reach us before then, our inbox earthfile@channelstv.com is always open for your comments and questions. From me, Ayola Kasim, and the rest of the crew, it's bye for now.